Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching. We are live. Hey, everyone in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. Just trying to get some last minute things done before we go live this morning. But shout out to you guys. Happy holidays. As you know, we love the holidays here on the channel. But it's Sunday, and it is the Love and Marriage Huntsville recap, part 2 of their reunion. We have a lot to cover, so don't forget to like this video, share this video on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your TikTok. Let your family know to let them know that we are live talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you know what we always do here. We gotta move our bodies. It is the holidays. Come on. Don't forget to like it. Like the video. We will be taking callers, guys, a little bit later on. Let's get those likes up. Let's get people in the room. I hope you're dancing with me. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live there. Link it's in my bio. Huntsville, Alabama's in the building. Hey. Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Yes, I'm inviting the snow. Happy holidays for those that are watching and those that celebrate. This is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's almost over. We are in part 2 of the reunion, and there's a lot to unpack. I have to give it to Carlos King. He's doing a great job as a host and asking the questions that we all wanted answered. And the reunion part 2, it's been good too. Part 1 was good. Part 2 is good. And I think part 3 is going to be even better. It's, you know, when we compare this series, and we have to compare because Carlos comes from the Real Housewives franchise, we have to compare it. He's doing a very good job. I can technically see this being a 4-part reunion, but I'm glad he didn't go there, right? No, it's only supposed to be 3 parts. So shout out to Carlos King for doing a great job with this reunion. We already talked about his hosting duties last week. He's still doing a really, really great job. Shout out to everyone's in the chat, though. Before we get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville recap, drop those crowns and your elephants and let me know where you're watching from. Already in my TikTok chat, someone says they're watching from Huntsville, Alabama. Yes, where this, look, the scene of the crime. the scene of the crime. Really Beat TV says the reunion is great. Tracy says, hey, Tracy, is Carlos doing what Andy couldn't? Yep. But look, we also have to understand something. Carlos, although he's been in this business a long time, he hasn't been hosting reunions all the time. He has done it for some of his other series, but I think after a while, you got to figure out like, maybe it's time to freshen up the talent. And that's exactly what he did. I think he stepped to the side to give someone another opportunity, speaking of Egypt, but now he's stepping in the forefront to do the job that he clearly can do. However, I disagree with him with one thing. I do agree. I have to say, Carlos, I disagree with you with one of the things that you said in this reunion. We will get there. What's going on? Inglewood's in the house. Patterson, New Jersey's in the house. Nairobi, Kenya is in the house. What's going on? Panama City, Florida is in the house. I appreciate you. Westchester, Detroit. Yay. What's going on, Melissa? Love it. Guys, we are live on multiple platforms right now. Mel was enough. We are live on multiple platforms. Of course, we're live on TikTok, but I'm encouraging my TikTok because I'm not going to keep this live going the entire live. So head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on Facebook, the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. But I'm encouraging everyone to go to Kempire Daily, subscribe to the channel, like this video if you haven't already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Yes, I'm keeping the snow going because it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. San Diego's in the building. What's going on? North Carolina, South Carolina, Philly's in the building. Qatar, what's going on? Or is it Qatar? You'll correct me in the Toronto, what's going on? You should be used to the snow, right, Diana? At work, I appreciate you all that listen or watch while you're working. Look, we appreciate that. Ohio's in the building. What's going on? French Light says, let it snow. Minneapolis is in the building. Tampa Bay is in the building. Appreciate you guys. North Carolina, thank you. Let's get into this reunion. First of all, every single week we say Love and Marriage, Huntsville, fantastic show. I'm ready for it to spin off into other cities. All of you said we want a small city. We want a southern city. I keep saying that I want Love and Marriage, Brooklyn. Because Love and Marriage, Huntsville, once it ends, that was a great thing about the Real Housewives franchise. Once one of the city ends, then we get another one. Now that we won't have Love and Marriage Huntsville, what are we going to have? I know there are other shows coming up from Carlos King and things like that, but, Diana says, no snow here, a balmy 16 Celsius yesterday. Yeah, it was kind of warm here in New York, too. That's not good. Global warming. Let me turn this off. All right. Guys, let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville Part 2 reunion. Martell, we start off at the point where Martell is asked the question about his relationship with Coleslaw, aka Ariane. A lot of you sent me clips of Ariane's IG Live. I mean, I get it. They're talking about her and they won't have her on the platform. So she has to defend herself. But I think I would just stay out of it, especially with the fans. I just be like, I'm not even getting involved. I'm not getting involved. I'm not putting my child or my reputation. But Martell won't answer the question about whether or not if he hadn't met Melody, would he have been with Ariane? Natasha says she talks too much. Georgia 69. I think we were like 66 yesterday here in New York. Yeah, God bless the Midwest that was hit by 22 tornadoes on Friday night, and almost, I think, over 100 people have lost their lives. So shout out to those that are in the Midwest or those that are suffering from any sort of damage. Let me see. No longer Coleslaw. Ariana is no longer Coleslaw. She's the whole restaurant. But if she's the whole restaurant, why isn't she why isn't he with her now? That's a question that Melody brings up during the reunion. She's like, well, if she's the whole damn restaurant, why are you with all these other people and not with her? That's a really great question. Is Martell not able to be monogamous? And there are some people like that. And I'm not judging. But don't get in a committed relationship with someone that's not on the same page with you. So Martell's not able to answer the question whether or not he would be with Ariane, Coleslaw, the whole damn restaurant. But Martell does admit to being greedy. That it's not that Melody was missing anything. He wanted Melody and he wanted Ariane. If he could have both of them today, he probably would, along with another side piece. Guys, we also posted a poll in the Kempire Daily YouTube, asking this question, and it's interesting results. So I asked the question, what would you do if your married friend brings their side piece around your friend group? So far, we have over 200 and something votes, guys. So be sure to vote on that on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I want to know your response to it. I gave you a few options. The first option, stay and be an influence, according to Maurice. Leave the group, according to Kimmy. Call your friend's spouse and tell. That might be Melody. And mind your business. That's me. But a lot of you are saying leave the group at 45%. But we'll check back once everyone has voted. If you haven't voted in the Kempire Daily YouTube poll, head on over to Kempire Daily on YouTube and vote there. Let's get into what else happened during this reunion. So we get to understand more of what was going on in the relationship with Melody and Martell during the pandemic. And she says there was a time when he hurt his back out and he's on the floor trying to find his second phone. And she's like, you got a second phone? He got a burner phone, y'all. I got a second phone. I got a second phone, but this is for work. Danielle says, I'm minding my business. Okay. Pankenda Brain says, I'm probably reading that all kind of Pankenda Brain. Anyways, I can't unsee leave the group. I don't know. You will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts on that poll question and your thoughts on part 2 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Karina says, I am not leaving a party because you are cheating. Good point. Maurice always tries to find like he is holy. He gives me almost the Tiffany and Louis vibes, and we will get to Tiffany and Louis, even though they really didn't bring a lot to the reunion, to be honest with you. They really were like friend ofs, to be honest. But anyways, Maurice and Kimmy kind of give me that same energy that Tiffany and Louis give in regards to we are above this kind of thing. But yeah. Oh gosh. Here's where I disagree with Carlos. Shout out to Carlos King. Carlos says he believes that Martell did try in his relationship, did try in regards to figuring this whole situation out with Melody and Ariane. And I have to say, I disagree. Carlos, you really feel that Martell tried? Try to do what? He can't even apologize to Melody for what he did wrong in his relationship. He's been gaslighting her this entire season. And look, I'm not a big fan of Melody, but he has not even shown any sort of ownership. Where did he try? And if he apologized to Melody for what he did, if he took some ownership and wasn't deflecting this entire season, then I'd be like, you know what? He did try. Because I'm a straight shooter. I'm fair. I try to be. But I felt like Martell didn't try at all this season. And Carlos knew that he was going to get flack for this. I wish Carlos would have explained how he felt that Martell tried this season. Tried? I almost came through that screen at you, Carlos. I said tried. Tried. He tried it. Nisha says he never tried. He tried harder not to get caught, to the point where he had 2 phones. His back is broke, and he trying to text Ariane. He trying to text the whole restaurant. Oh, my back is thrown out. My back is thrown out. But girl, I'm here. I'm here. That's what he tried to do. I can't. He tried it. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, he tried it. Yeah, come on. I can't. I think Martell got a high from sneaking around and cheating on Melody. And honestly, I believe that too. I believe there's a combination of that and some other things that's going on with Martell that he needs to seek therapy for. I honestly don't know. We use sex addiction. I believe there is such thing as sex addiction. I don't necessarily believe that's what Martell is going through. I'm not a doctor, but I can pretend to be one here on YouTube if you want. Anyways. Brenda says, if she's a whole restaurant, why is he still not claiming her and dating other people? If he really wanted to be, we've seen people where they have cheated with someone and they end up marrying that someone. Look at Leah Rhymes and that other man. They both cheated on their spouses, but they're still together. They're still together. Just saying. Affection addiction. Well, look. Kim says Carlos only said that so that Martell felt like he had sympathy for him. I kind of feel like that too, because I think on one part, because he's an executive producer and creator of the show, he does have relationships with all the people and he wants to be fair, because as the host, you try to do that. But Carlos, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So we did find out that Martell is seeing other women and has not wifed up Ariane. So it says to us, what was this? What was this? Okay. So Carlos asked Kimmy if Martell is a manipulator. And Kimmy's a great politician. Martell is a manipulator. He is a manipulator. I think Kimmy, very much like Carlos, is friends with Martell, but doesn't want to throw him under the bus. But he is a manipulator. Can we just call a spade a spade? Martell is a manipulator. I don't know. Why do you guys think that these people sort of walk on eggshells with both Melody and Martell? Is it because they're producers of the show? Or is it because, they're real life friends? I don't know. Chris says, okay, but Maurice is a manipulator too. On a lot of levels. Maurice is not innocent. That's why I labeled this live, everyone's lying. Because we find out that Maurice lied. Speaking of Maurice lying. So we find out in part 2 of this Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion is that the guys, Maurice, Marcel, well, okay, Maurice doesn't admit to it, but we find out later, have been around the whole restaurant. And just for context, for those that aren't familiar with the show, they have been around Martell's side piece, the other woman, Ariane, coleslaw, the whole damn restaurant. Tisha says that she didn't know about Marcel being around Ariane until after they found out about Ariane. Until Melody found out about Ariane. She makes that clear. And she said that was shady, especially because this is our friend group. Okay? D says yes to the narcissist comment about Martell. Ariane, is that you? That's so disrespectful. Snick Cop. Y'all so focused on Martell not making her his wifey, but did y'all not see him tell Melody that Ariane is his child's mother now, so he's not going to let Mel disrespect her? I get that. I get that completely. But at the same time, if this is someone that you had this special relationship, you risk your entire family for, and now that you are divorced and you can be with her, I wonder if you think they still are they still having sex? He probably is still having sex, because if he could, he would still be having sex with Melody. Honestly. Lisa says Tisha is lying too, because first season she had too much information. I had a feeling that Tisha was lying too. Adrian says to Skin Cop, Snick Cop. I don't know. He damn sure did bark on Mel for disrespecting coleslaw. And I get it, because now they have a child together. I do get it. But I also think part of that is not just because that is the mother of his child. That is also because I do think he has an affection, a deeper affection for coleslaw than he has for anyone else. Okay? Okay. Oh, wait. Daniel says, yes, Ariane was just on IG Live talking about everything. Oh, God. I can't keep up with these people and their IG Lives. Why didn't she go on IG Live last night? Ariane probably brought friends to ATL. Oh, for the guys? But you can see how the guys were sort of protecting each other in that moment. Maurice says that, oh, he wasn't there when all of them hung out. However, Tisha later backstage says he was there. Was in Atlanta. Melody's like, you had her in the Atlanta. You didn't just have her in the Huntsville streets. You had her in the Atlanta streets. Did they not understand who Ariane was, especially if they're in Atlanta, and this woman that he knows is there too? Like, I wonder what that interaction was like. Were they being bros to Martell by protecting his secret? And that's part of the reason why I posted the question in the Kempire Daily YouTube chat about what would you do in this particular instance? Your friend brings their side piece. I don't know if they knew she was the side piece. It sounds as if they kind of had an idea. Maurice denies being there. We find out later he was there, according to Tisha. Marceau is like, oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. That already said to me, Maurice was there. Maurice later confirms, though, backstage that he was there, that he has met Ariane. Coleslaw. Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to StreamYard for updating the thing. I can now save these super chats. DH, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't like to shimmy on a Sunday, but I'll do a little shimmy. Coleslaw accepts mistress culture, so yes, she will remain a side in a buffet. Carlos needs to keep LAM in the South because of new money and cheating culture. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tatiana, thank you so much for the super chat. A little shimmy, just a little shimmy. Say something. I've been in a room with people who were supposed to be my friends, and they knew my boyfriend was cheating, but didn't want to be, quote, messy. See, now that's a whole other thing. If your friend is in the room and you know that there's another woman that they're cheating with, we saw this on the Real Housewives of Orange County when Gina brought this up. That's a whole other situation. If my friend is there and I know that my other friend is bringing the mistress around, I don't want my friend looking stupid. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tatiana. That's a whole other conversation. Whew. TP says, I can't wait till we find out who Marceau's mistress is. I'm starting to believe, look, I know I've seen the videos, I've seen the rumors about Marceau, but I feel like we are going to find something in season 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville on Marceau. I think it's going to be a focus on his cheating. I don't know how he's been able to keep this under wraps for so long, but he has. Natasha says, mind my business. It depends on the situation. Whew. DH says, just found out my pastor's cousins married 50 years, husband, had an entire family. Welcome to the South, y'all. I mean, that don't just happen in the South, though. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord. Okay, Sinaza says, I don't think Marceau is cheating. I don't know. I'm on the fence, too. I think part of me thinks that he likes to play with that idea because it makes him interesting for reality TV. But at the same time, Tisha's so insecure. It's like, oh, I think there might be something here. There's a lot of smoke. Tara says, who's not cheating? Shorter list. Oh my Lord. What's going on, Veronica? French Life says, I wonder if Carlos will ask about Marceau cheating allegations. If so, we will need to add a 4th or 5th part commercial free. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're going to go there. We didn't see that in the preview for next week. I think we're going to focus more on the ladies next week and their interaction and their friendships, and also the moms. The moms look great, though, by the way, for next week. Barbara says, birds of a feather flock together. Marceau is cheating too. Lord. Guys, just a quick poll in the chat. Do you think that Marceau is cheating? Marceau Scott, do you think he's cheating on? Just yes or no in the chat. Not maybe, yes or no in the chat. Who said Mel's a bad parent? Did someone else in the chat say it? I know I didn't say that. I know Martell would like to make her seem like a bad parent, but I don't believe she's an actual bad parent. All right. Oh, wow. Yes. No. You know what? I'm going to do a poll because I really want to know the results of this. First of all, let me tell you the results of my previous question. What would you do if your married friend brings their side piece around your friend group? I gave you the options: stay and be a quote influence. That was Maurice. He said, "No, I won't leave." And of course, him and Kimmy have this conversation backstage because Kimmy believes he should leave. He says, "Stay and be an influence." Kimmy believes leave the group. Call your friend spouse. This is me adding this 2 cents in. Call your friend spouse and tell. Mind your business is what I've added as well. So coming in at number one, 45% of you says leave the group. That's over 370 something votes. Okay. Coming in at number two, mind your business is 25%. Coming in third place, call your friend, spouse, and tell. 6%, sorry, Maurice. People are saying stay and be an influence. Let me end this poll. Thank you guys so much for voting. Let me do another poll because I want to know what the live chat TikTok, what's going on. And some people are saying minding your business, minding my business. All right. Do you think that Marcel is cheating or has? No, I'm just gonna put has cheated. I'm just gonna put has cheated. Has cheated. And I'm just making it yes or no. Do you think that Marcel has cheated? I'm just making it yes or no, guys. Let me know in the chat. You all already go again. Guys, you're just joining us. We are talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 2. Thank you so much, DH, for the super chat. Kempire word was Marcel Coleslaw was a married WW, so he followed the rules. Don't cheat with someone that has nothing to lose. Messy Sunday, y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's the holidays, guys. Don't forget your coldest water bottle today. The holidays are right around the corner. It's a great gift for yourself, a great gift for your family, a great gift for your kids. Get 10% off when you use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. More information is available in the description of this video. I love my coldest water bottle. They come in so many different colors and sizes. Keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. And they don't just have water bottles. Go to the Coldest Water Bottle website today to check out more information. Back here. All right. So we find out a lot at this guy's trip that they had in Atlanta. Apparently, Ariane was there. Apparently, Maurice didn't remember being there. Marcel remembers meeting her. He's like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? And that leads to that conversation that we've been having about what do you do in that particular instance if your friend brings around the other woman or other man. And a lot of you have been talking about and defending Martell, defending the baby mama. Which one? Ariane. Okay. And Melody says it's like comparing a Hyundai versus a Rolls Royce. And that's where Martell gets a little offended. He won't. Yeah, but you guys went to the same college. Yeah, but we shared 12 years of marriage and 4 kids. Hold on. Data's shout out to Data's in the Facebook chat. I would stay and be an influence, express my disdain, and make it uncomfortable for them. I mean, I can see that too. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. Marcel got a mistress like the old man was telling Martell to get. She doesn't want to lose what she has. Ariane said Marcel has no room to talk. Also, she knows stuff. Don't get her talking. I wonder, do you think that Carlos will bring Ariane on the show? Do you think he'll be able to convince Melody for her to be on the show? You know she wants to be on the show. Because at this point, you guys are tired of seeing Melody and Martell go back and forth. This is the only way that they can really sort of bring some sort of story to what's going on in their relationship and him co-parenting with this other woman. Thank you so much, Alex, for the super chat. I just want to say that I'm a big fan of Kempire. Love your channel. You always have great opinions and you always keep it real. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Okay, let me see what you guys say. Yeah, Carlo is messy. It depends on who was my friend first. That brings up a good point. It also depends not even just who was your friend first, but who are you closest with. There are people that I've been friends with, couples that I've been friends with, where oh yeah, I met someone first, but I'm closer to the other person. But again, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in y'all grown folks. So don't involve me. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know. All right. Only time I want to know is if it's happening to me. Okay. Just saying. And that's another question for you guys. Would you want to know if your spouse is cheating on you from your friends? Because a lot of people would say no, because then the friend that tells usually is the one that gets iced out at the end because they end up getting back together. I want to know. Risk our friendship. I want to know. Okay, Marcel, this is bad. The poll with almost 300 votes says, of course, my question was, do you think that Marcel has cheated? At 92%, people say yes. They say yes. Hold on, I see someone trying to at me. Hold on. Libra says, but Kempire, will you hang out with them? Hang out with the cheating couple? Hell no. Why would I hang out? I mean, it's different if we are out as a group and that person comes and I didn't know that they were coming, but I'm not going to be hanging out with you either. I'm just saying. TG says, I want to know too. Send me the Look, Phoenicia says, I'm risking the friendship. Me too. He said, risk our friend. I'm just saying. Come on now. I'm a very forgiving person though. So even if you risk the friendship and I'm mad at you, I just don't see me being mad. It really depends, especially if you come to me with solid proof. Then I'm gonna be like, all right. But also be mindful of people's intentions with those that are carrying news. All right. All right. Let's move on because we are at already over 30 minutes in, guys. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where we talk about everything in pop culture. But of course, we recap the reality TV, Love and Marriage, Huntsville every single Sunday. Next Sunday is the last time that we will be recapping it until the new season starts or until Love and Marriage, some other city starts. Carlos, are you working on something? Anyways. So they go backstage. Melody breaks down. She says that she doesn't want to be in Huntsville anymore. Her mother brings up getting primary custody, which I thought was interesting. But Melody brings up a good point in regards to women fighting for primary custody and how they have to prove it. Do you think that this situation is so bad that Melody should have primary custody? Do you think the situation is that bad? Maybe. It might be that bad. But I thought it was interesting, and I wonder where Melody would like to move to, because look, they have 4 kids together, 4 young kids together. And if Martell is being an active father in their lives, that I don't think that she should leave Huntsville. I think she understands how important it is to have both parents involved in a child's life. So I don't agree with that. Primary custody doesn't mean that he doesn't get to see his kids. But it sounds as if she wants to leave Huntsville. Where you want to go, Mel? You want to go to Atlanta? That's pretty far, right? That's pretty far from Huntsville. I mean, it's not in Alabama. French life. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. Oh, see, everyone agrees. She wants to live in Atlanta. Everyone, oh my God. We all were thinking it because that's where, that's where Black Hollywood is happening right now. She wants to be an actress. She wants to be a musician. That's where she needs to be. And I'm sure she feels stuck in Huntsville, Alabama because of him. I mean, you can drive there, but how long is that drive? ATL or Miami. All right. All right. We're going to move on because I know you guys are going to bring this up when you call in, guys. Don't forget to like this video. We're almost 800 people in the chat. Let's get to 400 likes. Let's get to 400 likes. Let's get to 400 because if you're here this long, you obviously like what you're watching. Let's get to 400 likes. I'll drop the call-in link so you can call in and weigh in on all of this. Happy Sunday to those that are watching and happy holidays. Sometimes I forget it's the holidays, guys. Anyone else? I forgot it's the holidays. I really haven't done any Christmas shopping. I need to. I did a little Christmas shopping, but I don't have a long list. Shout out to everyone on my TikTok chat. I appreciate you all being here. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, everyone, just so that you're able to see everything that I'm showing. Mind you, I prepare so much for this show, and I forgot to even bring up my photos. I have photos to share with you guys, and I always forget to bring them up. I do all this preparation, and I forget to do my little everything. Let's get into Destiny. Destiny comes on out. How'd you guys feel about Destiny's dress? Oh my gosh, Tracy. Next week is not Christmas. Well, technically today's Sunday. Well, it's the fall. Yeah. Next week technically is Christmas. Ariane, get those Christmas decorations together. All right. So Destiny comes out, and of course, Carlos asked the question that we've all been asking. Did she get a BBL? Oh Lord, you guys are a mess. So Destiny comes out, and of course, the big question that we've all been asking is what happened between her and Chicken Man, because I can never remember his name. Danielle lovingly calls him Chicken Man. What's his name? It doesn't matter. So we find out that he filed for divorce 3 weeks after she gave birth. But mind you, they were only married for almost 2 years, but they were together before that for 5 years. So this wasn't some, I think I always thought in my mind that this relationship was like very brief. But no, they were together for like 7 years. LeBaric. Thank you, guys. LeBaric. That's a nice name. It's very different, very posh. LeBaric. All right. Chicken Man, that's just better because he's not on the show. So Chicken Man basically filed for divorce three weeks after she gave birth. But she says that, with the reason why she didn't go into deep about what was going on between her. All right, Danielle, 5 years long distance in caps. Where's Nightbot? Yes, we get it. 5 years, long distance relationship, but like very much a lot of relationships during the pandemic. Remember, this was filmed during the pandemic. A lot of relationships fell apart. Some people are better off having long distance relationships and they're able to make it work. But of all of, we've speculated for several weeks now that did Destiny cheat on him? Carlos asked the question. Did she cheat? She said, well, first of all, he asked if LeBaric cheated. She says no. We ask her if she cheated. She says no. However, she does say we had a lot of breaks. Okay. Did you have any breaks while you were married? I mean, my follow-up question there would be, was he dating other people when you guys were on breaks? She probably would have responded, I don't know. Destiny, there's more there. There's more there. But like I said to you before, a lot of relationships fell apart during the pandemic. And remember, this relationship, majority of the time, as Danielle said, was a long distance relationship. Now you're all in the house together. You're married now. You have a child together. And he filed for divorce regardless. 3 weeks later, after giving birth. How do y'all feel about that? You think he could have waited a little bit longer? Grace says she cheated with a woman. Really? All right. TP says mine got better. And that's the thing. If you were able to make it through this pandemic with someone, that's probably the one for you, especially if your relationship got better. Tiffany says he wasn't happy. Danny says I wanted to hear more from Destiny. And then we will get a little bit more from Destiny, especially when it comes to the friend group situation. Her and Melody have not talked since the show wrapped. They're not really friends. I bet she's talked to Martell during, after everything's wrapped. All right, Shireen says, yeah, 3 weeks is so cold. I really wonder what happened in that relationship. I really wonder. There's still something unclear, even though she says that they were working on their relationship, and that's why she really hasn't spoken about their relationship at length on the show. But I don't know, Destiny. Something's fishy. Something's fishy. And then the whole conversation about legacy comes up because, as you know, one of the big storylines that Destiny had with LeBaric was the fact that she did not want to take his last name. He did not like that. Kimmy goes in, and I get it. There are some men that are very big on, if I'm going to marry you, you have to take my last name, and my kids have to have my last name. And Kimmy says that she knows with Maurice, he was not going to marry her if she did not take his last name. Yes, in 2021, we were like, what? But I get the argument that, this is from, a man's ego. At the end of the day, we can call it legacy, but it's a man's ego. It's a man's ego. Latasha says, my last name is my legacy too. Well, that part. And literally that's what Kimmy was doing for her son, Jalen. She gave her family legacy name to him. So the argument can be for both sides. Ariel said, I've had my name too long. Libra, a little baby says, right, it's a man's ego. Yeah, we love to sugarcoat things and say, oh, it's about legacy. It's about all of that. Look, all of that. When at the end of the day, no, it's your ego. It's your ego. It's okay. Doesn't make it a bad thing. Doesn't make it a bad thing. Goodness. Tiffany and Louis come out. And of course, that leads to a conversation about their transparency or lack thereof of transparency. Oh, Tiffany seemed beat down during this reunion. Anyone else? Tiffany seemed beat down during this reunion. She didn't have all the mouth she had during the season. She didn't have a lot of mouth. She did say people's reaction to her on the show. She said she's surprised she didn't jump off a bridge, which I thought was serious. I wish they would have addressed that a little bit more seriously. And I get it, being on a reality show and people's criticism. As I've said to you before, that's part of the reason why I really do not delve into the comments, even though we get way too many comments for me to reply to every single comment. But it will make you feel a certain type of way when you read the comments, especially when people aren't being nice. We also find out that did Tiffany get fired from the Chambers of Commerce? Her response, very delayed, but she denies it. And Kimmy says, well, I know a really good source. They work at the Chamber of Commerce. If someone works at the Chamber of Commerce and they tell you she was fired, to me, that's a credible source. It's not like, oh, I just heard this. I don't work there, but I just heard this. No, I work at the Chamber of Commerce. I don't see her no more. She don't work here. But it might be just the choice of words. Did they lay her off? Did she decide to leave? Did they make it seem like she decided to leave? But the word on the street in the Chamber of Commerce is that Tiffany was fired. Cynthia says, I like Tiffany. I didn't mind Tiffany. I didn't like how Tiffany came in talking about Monster and being almost holier than thou, her and Louis. And that comes up. And Marcel and Tisha have an axe to grind with them because they had a lot of opinions. Tiffany and Louis had a lot of opinions of Tisha and Marcel's relationship. And they're like, one thing I have to give Tisha in this moment, she was just like, I love how the new people always come in and question our relationship, although we've been together the longest. I mean, all right. That could be for a variety of reasons. So Natasha says, fired on her day off. Deborah says, Tiffany is messy. Tiffany did come in too hot. Catherine says, Tiffany came in too hot. And I do feel her bringing up the kids, and Martell chimes in, even though he seems to be defending Tiffany and Louis, and this is their first season. What do you expect? But bringing up the kids, he says he didn't like it when Wanda brought up his kid. Okay. Latasha said the Scotts did go in, and they deserved it. I think the entire group felt that way about Tiffany and Louis. They've only been married together a year, and they were married before, yes. Does that make them experts on marriage? Not necessarily. I don't think that they're inexperienced when it comes to marriage. So I don't agree 100% with Marcel. But I do think that they have some experience, but they're not experts. They try to come across like experts during the season. I think that's part of the reason that people didn't find them very likable. I love how Kimmy brought up, though, because we all talked about it. We all talked about it. You remember the next day after Maurice confronted Tiffany? Louis had a lot to say when they were out doing the lawn. He said, if I had that shot, Kimmy was like, if you had that shot, what? These are the moments why we love Kimmy. If you had that shot, what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because she was like, without saying it, she was like, well, we would have had that Scott DNA up on around here. What you gonna do? You saw how Maurice. You saw how Louis was like, he got a lot of mouth. He might be a big guy. Just because you're a big guy don't mean you know how to fight. You can't even fight with your words. Erica's not a damn thing. Jamila says, Kimmy a real one, not one thing. You guys are going in. Guys, we have almost 1,000 people in the chat. I appreciate you sharing the live. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, TikTok, if you're watching there. If you're watching on Facebook, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel right now. Head on over there. Yes, we're live on multiple platforms, but head on over there. Vote in the poll hasn't changed. I can close the poll. I can end the poll. People believe you cheated, Marcel. That's it. People believe that you cheated. Shout out to our moderators that are in the chat that help to keep the conversation flowing and having a good time. Exactly. Nacho Twist says, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, Kempire. I thought the same thing. Nisha said, Kimmy wanted all the smoke. Do you guys believe that Tiffany was fired from the Chamber of Commerce? I believe it. I believe it. Because according to Kimmy, and I don't think Kimmy would bring something up unless she had like a really good source. And according to her, her source works at the Chambers of Commerce. But you also see how, we're body language experts, right? We're body language experts. When Tiffany was asked the question, were you fired from the Chamber of Commerce? She just nodded her head. Go back and watch this, y'all. Give me for the win. Go back and watch this. She goes like this. Body language. She didn't go, no. She went like this. No. Y'all were like, yep, she was fired. Yep, she was fired. Right? I was thinking the same thing. Nubian Queen Nikki says, can you be fired from the Chamber of Commerce, though? It's not really a job. I mean, I guess depending on what you do there. Tiffany was lying. Tiffany said, F y'all, I got resigned. Her face said yes. Oh, Lord. Yes. DH says, Kimmy super genuine. I believe Kimmy. Me too, guys. Wait a second. Where are we? All right. Guys, we are almost at 400 likes. Be sure to like this video. I'm going to drop the call-in link once we get to 400 likes. We have almost 1,000 people in the chat, y'all. It should be easy for us to get to 400 likes. We're talking about the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion part 2. Part 3 will air next week. It looks really, really good, y'all. It looks really, really good. Can I just go? It looks really good. Part 1 was good. Part 2 was good. Part 3 looks even better because it's just going to be the ladies and the mamas. So it should be really telling, especially when we find out that Destiny and Melody have not been communicating. Tisha says that Melody doesn't know how to be a good friend. No lies were told. No lies were told. What else happens? Oh, of course, the moms come out. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. It's not exactly. It's not. I don't know. They just want to watch. It's all right. Ariana says, "Are you standing, Kempire?" Yes, I am. I'm standing. I'm using my standing desk right now. All right, Lord. If you guys had to rate part 2 of the reunion from 1 to 10, how would you rate it? How would you rate it from 1 to 10? I'm gonna give this part 2 8.5, 9. Very close to a 9 because 9 came to my mind first, but 8.5. 8.5. Oh, I'm hard. I'm hard to please. I can't give you a 10 until I feel like, so, all right, wait. A lot of 10s, a lot of 9s. All right, 8.5, 9. Hey, Miss Bernice, 7 out of 10. Data, you're hard to please. Brenda says, I'm ready for mamas. 9.5, 8, 9. All right. I see you guys. I see you. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? What is that? Let me know if you can. You guys hear what? What's happening? What is happening right now? OMG. Guys, as you know, I told you 12 Days of Christmas has come to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I told you I'm giving you another minute. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel right now for an opportunity to win our very first gift. All right? Santa is here. I'm going to need Santa to be quiet though. All right. Enough with the bells. Guys, happy holidays here from the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We are doing our first giveaway of our 12 days of Christmas. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat, but you got to be in the Kempire Daily YouTube channel chat in order to have an opportunity to win. TikTok, there's a link in my bio. Head on over there. Happy holidays to everyone that's in the chat. Let's see who's going to win this. Our first giveaway. Our very first giveaway. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to give away cars. Don't expect a car yet. Don't expect a car yet. Guys, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I want everyone to have an opportunity to win our very first gift, our very first giveaway. Okay? Our very first giveaway. Asata, thank you so much for the super chat. Kempire, you won't believe this. A married man tried to talk to me yesterday. I was like, please go to your wife. Oh my Lord, Asata. Oh my goodness. All right. Everyone's here? Everyone's here? Thank you so much for the gifts in the TikTok chat, guys. All right. We're going to do this. We're going to do a giveaway. Let me just, and I'm doing this. Shout out to Nightbot. I'm going to do this through Nightbot. Oh, wait a second. Look, hold on, y'all. I hadn't put this on for a reason. Ooh, hold on. Woo. Whew. 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 Oh, y'all didn't know I had surprises on. Look. I got my reindeer suit on. All right. Happy holidays, guys. This is such a great thing that I've been talking about, but if you've noticed, I stopped talking about it because I really wanted it to be a surprise. 12 Days of Christmas has come officially to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where we give back to you, our loyal subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, you're not going to have a chance to win. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Let's roll this. Let's roll it. Oh. There we go. We Aaliyah TV, you just won something. All right. Tell the lady what she's won. Hold on. Let me pin this. Hold on. Ah. All right. I already have it in here. Aaliyah TV. Are you in there? Are you in the chat, Aaliyah? There we go. Aaliyah, right? Let me tell you what you've won. All right. Let me tell you what you've won. Oh, okay. Okay. It's getting hot in here. Whew. Let me tell Aaliyah what she's won. First of all, happy holidays, Aaliyah. Thank you for being a subscriber and being a part of the channel. Okay, let's tell the ladies what she's won. All right? Lord, I have way too many things back here, y'all. Aaliyah, you've gotten your own coldest water bottle, okay? Your own coldest water bottle. Let's see what Aaliyah got in here. But it's not just any coldest water bottle, y'all. It's not just any cold water bottle. You know we love the coldest water bottle here on the channel. This is their 21-ounce coldest water bottle. But guess what? You also get one that says Team Kempire. All right? You get one that says Team Kempire. It doesn't, the color doesn't show up well, at least not on my computer. But it's a baby blue coldest water bottle. You know we love coldest water here on the channel. Keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. Great design, quality design, can fit in almost 99% of all cup holders. Aaliyah, thank you so much for being a part of the channel. Aaliyah, do me a favor. Email us at giveaways@thekempire.com. If we can just post that in the chat, giveaways with an S at thekempire.com. Email us your information so we can get you your coldest water bottle. This has a value of almost $50. $50. Thank you so much to the Coldest Water Bottle for being loyal sponsors of our channel, of all of our platforms as well. And shout out to you, Aaliyah, for being a part of the Kempire family as well. And happy holidays to you. Guys, this is just the beginning of our giveaways for 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you to everyone that's been helping us get this together. Shout out to my assistant. Shout out to the Coldest Water Bottle and to all of the people that are going to be a part. I'm excited about some of the other giveaways. So stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned. And you just never know. You never know when or where these giveaways will begin. All right. Let me drop the call-in link. I want to see what you guys are talking about in regards to the Real Housewives, Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, let me drop the link. And thank you all for being a part. Again, Aaliyah, email us at giveaways@thekempire.com so we can get this out to you as soon as possible. All right. And congrats and happy holidays. Happy holidays. I love giving more than receiving. I've always been that way. And it's not because, I'm this giving person. Oh, maybe I am. I just love the idea of Christmas and giving and changing people's perspective, lives, mood, whatever it may be. We're starting small, but I can't wait for us to do bigger and better giveaways. Maybe a car one day. That didn't turn out well for Oprah, though. It might have to be something else. Maybe a trip. There we go. A trip. All right. The backstage is okay. I got to take this off, y'all, because it's hot. Y'all didn't y'all like my costume? Y'all didn't like my costume? I don't know. I bought this a couple of years ago, and I was like, when am I going to wear this? When am I going to wear this? Whew, look. It's too hot. It's too hot here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait. Whew, there we go. Okay. Data. I can't. I always see Data's shady comments. All right. Anyways, guys, happy holidays. 12 Days has officially come to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Congratulations again to Aaliyah. All right, Natavia, I'm going to bring you up. Guys, let me open the timer because I know you have a lot to say, but I also have a lot to do today. All right, Natavia, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Natavia?
Nothing's going on. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Thoughts
okay,
on
I have a couple things. Okay.
Yeah.
From Detroit.
Say again?
From Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, all right. What up, though?
All right. Okay, so about if my friends bring somebody around. Now, if I have friends, if I'm as slick as if I'm involved with the same stuff, no, I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm gonna, it is what it is. We out here. But if me and my girls go out, and it might be different for guys, but if me and my girls go out and they and one of them decide like to have one of their guy friends come up to wherever we at, he ain't coming by himself. Because what's gonna be for the other girls? What we got going, what we need. So if it's either that situation or ain't nobody bringing no guy up. Like, what do all those guys look like sitting around with one girl there? So Martell was not the only one with a girl there.
What are you saying?
That they all on some mess, especially Maurice.
Especially Maurice?
Especially Maurice. And you know what? And Tisha and Kimmy, I feel like both of them was kind of lying. I don't think Kimmy has been around that girl, but I think Tisha has. Oh. I think Tisha mama did a live with her, was on the girl live one time with her. So I think Tisha has been around her. I don't think Tisha really likes Mel either. I don't think Mel liked Tisha either, but I just find it funny that when Tisha brought up that mess about Martell buying that girl that car, and Mel told her, like, why did you bring that up at that time when you wanted to throw it up in her face? Because I believe she knew about the girl, but I think she only knew once everything got blown out. Like once everything got blown out, that's when she knew. Because I don't think that Marceau would tell her about Martell, because he was doing the same thing. I just don't think that they talk to their women like that. So I think that they knew. And also, this is the reason why I think that Kimmy knew, probably from Tisha, not from Maurice, because that's why I feel like Tisha and Kimmy kind of pacify Martell, because they don't want Martell to continue and bust their business out that about Maurice and Marceau. That energy that Marceau and Maurice had for Louis, like it was kind of warranted, but I didn't like how Kimmy was going so hard with him. Maurice didn't even tell you about the vaping. He don't go hard for you like that. I mean, she was going in, but he don't ride for her like that. And the way that I feel like they had that energy toward him, because he don't know their business. They don't have that same energy toward Martell, because Martell gonna spill the beans if they keep it up. He'll bust them out. Louis don't know their business. So I feel like they had that energy for him, because he don't know their business and he not gonna bust them out, because Maurice don't say nothing to Martell. And Marceau was even going extremely hard at him, but I like how Louis stood his ground too. Like Louis, like, it's gonna take both of y'all to come to me, so bring it. But I just didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I feel like they all slick. And I mean, they guys, so they not gonna tell on them, even though Martell bust them out. That's why they're trying to pacify him and handle him with kid gloves, because they don't want him to be like, okay, well, I was telling the truth when I said we was all up there. Like he said, like we was all up there or something. Yeah, y'all was all up there with them girls at the Bunny Ranch.
All right. We got a long line backstage.
That's it.
I appreciate you calling in, though.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Obi's backstage. Obi, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Obi?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
So first of all, I'm trying to get my life today, okay? So I don't want it to be in a rush, because I want to hear what everybody has to say, okay? Because this episode was something. So the bald-headed bandits, I'm going to start with them. The bald-headed bandits they fooled their guys, and I knew about it right from the beginning. They're at it again. It's the bald-headed bandits versus the wives. These men were out here cheating with their side chicks and doing it together. They were together. I agree with Latavia. And now they're out here on this reunion playing word salad and looking nervous as hell. I see you, Maurice. You ain't fooling nobody. And yes, Daffy Duck actually knew about coleslaw. Definitely. Marcel looked shook when Mel brought up Martell's 2 phones. Do you probably know any reason why? Maybe it's the same reason that he questioned Carlos about the name of the show before it aired. I see you guys. So, Melody, I want to know how you think it's okay to say on national TV to your mom that you have to be able to prove that SpongeBob is an unfit dad. That didn't sit right with me. Now, SpongeBob may be dumb, he may be stupid, he may be narcissistic, he may be toxic. Give him all the names you want, but he's not an unfit father. He's a good father. Comments like this are actually the reason why laws exist, to protect the parental rights. I wasn't liking what I was hearing. Carlos is still trying it. He went very easy on Diana Ross, and he gave everybody else the business. Now, let me tell you something. Chicken Man having the audacity to file for divorce 3 weeks after his wife just had his baby, and Tiffany and Co. from the 1950s being fired from the Chamber of Commerce is about pretty much the only interesting thing I've gotten from those two this whole season. And yes, I think Diana Ross is lying too about the reason for her divorce. That's it for me. Bye, Kempire.
All right, Obi. Thank you so much. All right. Obi did it under 2 minutes. I just want to shout out to Obi. All right, Chris, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Chris?
Ooh, I've been waiting to call in, but we have 2 minutes, so I'm going to cut to the chase. I find it, well, before I even get to that, yes, like Obi just said, I'm not saying, well, I'm not saying Destiny is lying about her divorce.
Mm.
What I do think is, and I think most of the viewers know, she is withholding information and she is not coming all the way clean about what's happened. I thought the reason when Carlos first asked her why come she didn't talk about it, I think a better answer would have been just legal reasons as to why she couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because we understand that they were together 5 years before they got married. Okay. Unfortunately, he filed for divorce 3 weeks after she had the baby. That's unfortunate. And we understand that. However, I think there's more information that she's not coming off of. And if she's going to be on the show, because she was also a part of that bandwagon that was talking about Tiffany not being transparent. But honey, you sat up here and went almost 20 episodes without telling us what really happened with your relationship. In fact, we were like 3, 4, 5 episodes in by the time she came off that information that she even got divorced. So what's the real, like, come on now. And I'm not defending Tiffany and her husband, but I find it interesting, even though they did set themselves up. I find it very interesting how Mel can't remember the fellatio situation to an exact. Kimmy doesn't remember this or something about with the Chamber of Commerce. She heard from somebody that Tiffany got fired. Maurice and Marcel can't remember if who was there on the Atlanta trip. Tisha cannot remember whether she knew about the girl or not, and then whether she told Mel, and then the whole argument and what she said later down the line. Nobody can remember anything, but all of them pretty much got together as a collective to read down Tiffany and Louis. I just find that very interesting. And then Carlos asked them something that was even more telling. Do you know more information about them that they haven't shared on national television? And all of them said yes. Kimmy's yes was the most bold. Yes. And she meant that. Now, I like Kimmy. She's one of my favorite cast members, if not my favorite cast member, because I feel like she brings a balance to the group. But I think it's just a tiny bit contradictory how they can't remember anything. They can't really hold themselves accountable as a group, but yet they were ready to jump on and read down the other two people who are new. Knowing that, and Martell was kind of right. Him defending them really doesn't make any sense because it's him and what he's done. But I mean, they've only been on TV. What, they film 4 months out of the year, 6 months out of the year. No, they're not going to come up all their information just like that. Otherwise, they'll be out of a storyline before it gets started and they'll be off the show because they won't have anything else to tell. They give us something to lead up to. We didn't find out the first episode that he was cheating on Mel and had the baby and all of that. That was a buildup of time, and it's played out over 3 seasons. So I think they made it a chance to come forward with more information. However, they were still wrong, and she's still messy.
All right.
And that's all I pretty much have to say.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chris, for calling in.
Thank you.
Guys who just joined us, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 2. Part 3 will be airing next week, and we will be recapping it. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. All right, Amy J, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Amy?
Hey!
How are you? What?
This episode was so good. I had such a good time watching it. But I think the thing that I had an issue with was people saying that they were like, we wouldn't have said, a lot of people saying that the group was not really being loyal to Melanie. I don't think that's fair because it was a 5-year affair. I think they may have told her that, but it got to a point that like you kind of stick your nose out of it because it's been going on for 5 years. So I don't hold them totally accountable, but I do think Marcel is cheating. I just think he cheats responsibly. I think he sees some married women, and I think that's why Martell is more cautious because he knows the level that Marcel will go. And he doesn't sleep with married women. He just sleeps with women that are just like low self-esteem. I'm not trying to be mean to Ariane, but because 5 years with a married man, it just doesn't make any sense. And then what was it? I think the next topic I'm going to talk about is the two people who shared little to nothing. Destiny and the couple. I'm sorry, I like Destiny and everything, but she was so invested in other people's storylines this year that it just was no excuse to be sitting up in that reunion with little to nothing to say about a man leaving you 3 weeks after a baby. That was a big bomb. I was like, excuse me, could we go back? Could you explain? You just can't just slide past that. And then homegirl getting fired. That was a lot for you to be talking about somebody's son vaping. I want to know more. And they're acting like they just cannot share. That is weird to me. Because I'm like, y'all had so much to say. Y'all were on your little preacher boxes every Sunday, giving us every Saturday night, excuse me, letting us know how you feel about the others. So I found that interesting.
Amy, I gotta cut you off because we have a long line.
Okay, bye.
I appreciate you calling in. Oh, damn, Amy. Did I offend her? All right, Miss Bernice, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, this is Miss Bernice from Detroit. What up, though? What up, though? Um, the Liars Club was getting on my last nerve last night. That's Maurice, Martell, and Marcel. Because I'm sorry, if you my good girlfriend and I know you married and we hanging out, and you want to bring your side piece to the cookout, I'm gonna pull you to the side and say, "Chick, what the hell is you doing? You know I ain't about all of this. What you do is your business. But when you bring it into the light, you make it all of our business because you making us guilt by association. I ain't got time for that. Deuces, I'm calling up my cousin. I'm calling up my nephew. Come and get me. I'm getting out of here." And for Maurice to sit there and tell in front of his wife that no, I wouldn't leave because Stan will help him, will guilt him into stop doing what he's doing. Man, what the hell is you talking about? We're talking about Martell, who been for 5 years been in an emotional relationship with this girl. She ain't going nowhere, and he ain't going nowhere. Okay? It's an emotional connection. He ain't letting her go. And Marcel, for you to be there with him in Atlanta, wait a minute, you at the club, and y'all having a good time, you and Martell, and then she shows up. Where your girl at? That don't make no sense. Because like you the guy code. Man, I got your back, I got your back. You don't tell on me, I don't tell on you. And they was pacifying Martell so he wouldn't go off. And because Martell is a narcissist, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. You better keep me cool. I'm gonna tell your business. That's what he do.
I hope he does in season 4.
Yes. And I was proud of Big Bubba last night because he's saying like, I ain't afraid of y'all. Bring it.
Uh-oh.
Miss
Bernice, as always, we love it when you call in. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good one.
You too. See, Miss Bernice didn't run away. All right, we're going to take these last 3 callers. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about, of course, our weekly recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 2. Part 3 will air next week. Again, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay on the lookout. You never know when 12 Days of Christmas is going to pop up or where it might pop up. All right, Miss Danielle's in the building. What's going on, Miss Danielle?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. Okay, so everyone has pretty much said a lot of what I was thinking, so I'm gonna be quick. Tiffany and Louis, yes, they weren't very transparent, but it was their first season. They came in very cautious, let's just say. I think they were very cautious of what they put out there. I do believe Tiffany was probably terminated. However, she was probably asked to resign. And to your point, it's about how you word it. And whoever Kimmy heard it from heard through the grapevine. Because remember, that's an HR thing. You can't discuss people's how they leave. Ooh. So it was word of mouth. She was and it was hearsay that she was fired, but it was probably more so she was asked to resign. But again, whoever Kimmy heard it from, yes, they probably work there. They probably know because they are there and they don't see her anymore. They probably asked around. But again, an HR thing, you can't just tell people's business like that. That's against policy. And again, like someone said earlier, how is it that Maurice stuck up or stood up to Louis but won't stick up for Kimmy? I just think that just bothers me so much. One thing that everyone is pinpointing on, we have to piggyback and pay attention to this. Huntsville to ATL is probably driving distance. However, it's not like Martell told Ariane to just come here. She had to plan that because don't forget she had a child prior to her having Martell's child. So, I mean, she had to get a babysitter. So that was planned. And 9 times out of 10, the boys' trip that they took to Atlanta was so that they can get out of Huntsville and go do their dirt. Hey, and I'm sure he probably told them, and I'm sure she either didn't come alone or they had their friends, their little side chicks there as well, because that's just how guys plan trips. That's just what they do. If you're getting away from your reality of your wife and your kids, and we're going to go over to ATL, regardless of how you got there, whether they flew or drove, that girl had to plan to be there. That means Martell planned for her to come, and those guys knew about it. So that was a bold-faced lie. I also didn't appreciate how, back to Tiffany and Louis, I didn't appreciate how Marceau kept saying that they didn't know about marriage. I don't think Louis ever said he was an expert. Louis said he learned some things and he was just trying to teach you what he learned. And I think from one man to another, especially a black man to another black man, because it could be that Louis sees the mistakes that he made in Marceau, and he's trying to teach. But Marceau is so closed-minded and has so much tunnel vision because he think he know everything that he not listening to Louis because he don't want to hear it. I do think that whoever Marceau is cheating with might not have as much to lose, but knows how to play the game. Either he's paying some bills, he's doing something to keep her mouth shut, because that's part of the game. You got to bring something to the. If you're going to cheat with a married man, that married man is providing you something more than an eggplant. I promise you that. It's more than an eggplant, and she doesn't want to mess up whatever extra coin he's putting into her house or whatever it is he's providing.
Damn. All right.
Okay, I gotta go.
Thank
Bye,
you
y'all.
so much for calling in, Danielle.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna take these last couple of callers, guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everyone that sent in the super chat. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to support the channel and become a member of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, head on over to teamkempire.com. And if you want to drop me information, stay connected with me, join our texting community. That way you never miss out on a live breaking news, giveaways. Text kempire.com. All right, Miss Janae, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on?
Hi, happy holidays. Can
too.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, like Danielle said, pretty much a lot of that I wanted to say or thought was already been said. One thing is that the cavalier way that Mel and Martell discuss the conversations that they had about his cheating, that's kind of weird to me. He said that I should talk to other or older women to find out how I should handle it. I just find that a strange conversation to have with your husband to try to teach you how to be more accepting to his cheating. That is, I'll never understand that. So once again, I think a lot of Martell's issues with his wife or in their relationship was that it went 5 years. You were okay in that 5 years, and now you're not okay, and you've overturned the apple cart. So that is, I think, one of Martell's biggest issues with Mel is that she ruined everything. I do think she should be able to leave or go wherever, because you're in a town where everybody that evidently is very small, but everybody knew and was okay with this married man gallivanting with his side piece. Also, my last thing is that I think Carlos is rationing in the dirt. That he knows everybody has dirt, and he's rationing out how it's disseminated, when it's disseminated, and like whose spot gets to blow up each season. That's what I think it is. And I think everyone kowtows to Mel and Martell because they don't want them to be next on Front Street.
Oh.
Like, you know, it got everybody's attention, Mel and Martell, and they're all, you know, going along with the plan, because the longer we can focus on them, the longer we can keep it off us, the spotlight off us. So that's what I think everybody is, you know, we'll play them as long as we get to play them.
Okay. All right, Miss Janae, thank you so much for calling in.
Have a good day.
You too. All right. And thank you guys so much. We hit over 500 likes. Again, it's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And I understand you're probably like, why you guys keep always bringing up, liking a video? First of all, it matters for the algorithm on YouTube and other platforms. It also helps to push us out there to new people. And I know there are a lot of times that I watch videos that I love that I forget to like. So that's why we remind you. Anyways. All right, we're going to take our last caller so I can get up out of here. All right, Miss Adrienne, what's going on?
Hey, boo, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
Good, good. I just wanted to call and give my last little 2 pennies here, so I'm gonna let you go so you can go eat. Um, basically, yeah, I love what Carlos is doing. I love him moderating. I just feel like he's doing such a much better job than Andy Cohen ever could have. But I definitely see why everybody, well, not everybody, but Marceau, Tisha, and Martell specifically were nervous about him because he knows where all the bones are buried. He's digging in and asking the questions. Martell is set up there squirming in that little tight suit as much as he, and with these twisted up faces. One thing I thought was very interesting, the one person put it in the chat earlier, what I responded to was the way he was bucking up for coleslaw against Mel. He was, like almost like put some respect on coleslaw's name. And that's why Mel's like, how dare you? Like, so people kept asking, why does Mel care about him putting them on the same level? It's like, he sat up there in defendants were like, oh, well, y'all got the same degrees from the same university. Oh, I'm not going to let you sit up here and dish. I got a child with her. But when Carlos asked him about her getting pregnant, he sat up there with that stupid grin on his face and didn't want to admit it. And then 5 minutes later, you're defending this woman, and that's your child's mother, to your ex-wife that you cheated on her with. Make that make sense, Martell. And I just feel like from Marceau, when he brought up that, to backtrack, I'm really surprised at how much of a snake Maurice is turning out to be, because you already have the thing where he gave a completely inadequate response to the whole Kimmy side chick conversation on why he wasn't more firm about that. Then you have him just telling a bold-faced lie. That's how you know that they probably all had an arrangement, like a couple callers said before. They probably all had an arrangement to bring their side chicks or whatever this out of state trip was going to be. They could go have their fun or whatever. Because when Carlos asked you, have you ever seen him with her, Maurice was going to stick to the lie. He said no, and Marceau ended up telling the truth and said yes. And then Maurice ended up telling the truth when he was backstage with Kimmy, and they was having their conversation when they had that break. And then he told the truth about being there, and that's why Kimmy was like, well, dang, why you ain't leave? That's why she said that, because he had to break down and tell the truth that, yeah, I was there, and I did see her. But on stage, you just lied. So that got me looking at him real, real funny. But like I just feel like it's really interesting. Marceau said that Martell became more aggressive with her. I'm just wondering if that's kind of the allure. Like Mel held him to a certain standard. Mel probably made him be a grown man and stop all the foolishness, stop all the kid play. Martell, my mother used to say this about a guy I used to date, and I understand it so clearly now. He still has a lot of play in him. Like he still wants to play. That's not funny. Like we're almost 40. Like, I think all these people are like my age. Like, when you're knocking on 40, you shouldn't be starting acting like a 20-year-old. That's not cool anymore. And I just wonder if that's kind of the allure that he was able to kind of get all that out with her. Whereas to Mel, the sweet to the fire made him be a grown man. But then in the last thing, I thought Kimmy is everything. She's my favorite. I love her. Even though Marceau and Louis had their little tete-a-tete, Kimmy absolutely cleared him about his talking about oh, well, they better be happy I had that show. Or what, babe? What was going to happen? Nothing. She cleared him so beautifully, he couldn't do nothing but backpedal and apologize. And that's why I love her. That's why Kimmy Scott is in charge of the girls. That's why she's my favorite. It seems to be, an audience favorite, because you could just see so clear. That's a grown woman. She's not about to sit here and play with nobody. You're not about to sit here when we're at the club and act like you understand my husband's point about your wife bringing up his child. And then on camera, you acting like you was getting ready to duck a few bucks, and you ain't about that life. So, and then as far as Destiny, lastly, she still didn't give us nothing. Carlos said, did he cheat? No. Did you cheat? No. Okay, well, then, girl, why did y'all get divorced? Like, we want to know why. You're not getting to the why. She's just saying, well, okay, I didn't want to speak on it because we were still like, okay, fine, I understand that. So then why did you get divorced? She never got to that. She never really got to that. I don't think that had anything to do with the pandemic.
Okay,
Personally.
I was trying to find an excuse for her.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, I feel like that's the kind of stuff that make Destiny go back to being unlikable. Just like when she came out and was talking about the chicken over and over and over. And people was like, yo, who's this chick? That's why Letitia made that comment about new people, because people didn't like Destiny either. Now that makes her going back to be unlikable. Plus the way she acted at Mel's video with the whole village conversation, completely inappropriate. And you're not giving your business, girl. Why are you here?
All right, Adrienne, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, sweet pea. Have a good one.
You too. All right, guys, we're gonna round out this conversation. I feel like this was a great episode. Shout out to Carlos King for doing a great job as a host, and shout out to the cast. This cast has done very well in ratings for season 3. I can't believe it's only been season 3, but I also understand that there was a delay in regards to the season. So I'm looking forward to it. But as I said to you before, I think once this starts to expand outside of Huntsville, you're going to really see Love and Marriage go to another level. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate, first of all, shout out to everyone that called in, our Team Kempire Royal Court members. Thank you to our moderators for keeping this conversation a fun conversation. I like conversation. We will be back later this evening at 9:45 p.m. Eastern for our Portia's Family of Lies recap. But before that, exclusively on TikTok, we will be watching Portia's Family Matters together. Go to my TikTok at TheKempire, set your reminder, be here for that, join our texting community. That way you don't miss out on any of the reminders as well. I am at TheKempire on TikTok. And congratulations to the very first winner of our 12 Days of Christmas, Ali TV. Again, don't forget to email us at giveaways@thekempire.com. It's just beginning, y'all. Stay tuned. A lot more surprises are coming. I appreciate you all being here. Don't forget to like the video. Let's get out of here with some music. You know, I like to, get some music going. Hey.
okay.